Hello there everybody, my name is Fyodor and welcome to the reaction to Odd Taxi Season 1 Episode 2. Just a little disclaimer, just like in the last episode, I've already seen episode 1, 2 and 3 already a few weeks ago, so it is semi-blind. I know something about that's gonna happen, but I don't remember a lot of it. So let's get into this right now. Follow the link in the description and get to the reaction. See you. Okay, we got a bunch of new names this episode, like Shirakawa, the alpaca nurse, Rui, the main idol, I guess, Imai, her biggest fan, and a few other names I don't remember. I think the brown-white cat is named Ichiyama or something like that. Yeah, anyway, that was quite a cliffhanger with Dobu getting into the taxi. But yeah, let's just get through this episode in progression of it. I think first we had the scene where Shirakawa and Urikawa were in the taxi together, and the broadcaster guys, I think, were talking about professionality, and fans or people that don't like them are uncultured and so on. And basically the concept of making your own content, of having a vision of what you want to do. But then we relatively quickly switch to a talk between Shirakawa and Odokawa, which was really nice actually. It was about more generational gap things, I believe, I remember. And student loans that she apparently paid off, but it was still a regret of her. So she probably paid them off with the pills she has been selling, because I think that's what everything has been alluding to at this point. And yeah, then we get her confession to Odokawa, which was really sweet, giving him the front-facing camera when she was talking about the guy she liked. But I guess we'll have to see what kind of relationship she is going for. And yeah, that's basically what Odokawa tells Kagihana in the sauna. And then we have, Kagihana being a creepy asshole, taking a picture in the changing room, and then matching with a brown-white cat, which I believe to be that same idol girl. At 18 years old. 18, and I think Kagihana is 40, maybe even older, but I think 40. Which isn't great. 18 is still fairly young, it's barely legal at that point. And I have a neighbor that I think when they met she was 21, 22, and he was like almost exactly 20 years older. And at that point, like 21, 22, I believe you're more of an adult than when you're 18 and getting with a 40-year-old. So yeah, I'm not a fan of that at all. And yeah, then with a little look into the room of the viral guy, he had his tweet that went viral with the Dobu face in there put up on his wall. He had lots of books, and yeah, apparently he's trying to recreate that success that he had with one tweet. But I guess he didn't take the opportunity to build a following of that tweet. So presumably the things he makes up don't sell that well when there's no audience to begin with. And after the transition card, I believe, the idol group has been shown to us with Rui as their main singer and Imai-san as her biggest fan, actually. And, you know, it looked wholesome on like the first look, but then, you know, the whole stuff about I'm gonna buy all the DVDs and, you know, own you, have you all to myself was really creepy. We also get Rui then later talking about him in a kind of demeaning way, where she's talking about how he's one of the early fans and that's why he's, you know, useful, or so to say. I guess Ichiyama and the Black Cat, which I don't remember her name, they talked about wearing masks and that apparently they weren't always wearing them, but now for more success or to put Rui into the foreground, they have to wear them, which is kinda shitty. But yeah, the manager of Rui, after his talk with her, got a call with from someone. We didn't actually get who it was, I think, but it talked about the dashcam footage and the taxi driver, so Odokawa. So I'm really interested what the connection there is. As I said, I'm gonna double down on my prediction that the Black Cat is the missing one, the missing person. I might be completely wrong because we've heard the name of the schoolgirl, or we might have heard the name of the schoolgirl and I just don't remember. So it could be that it's a completely different person, but in the intro and so on, I think at least they're both black cats and have similar silhouettes. But you know, the whole thing of her wearing a mask, so she isn't really recognizable by her family and so on, might be a reason. So yeah, I think it's her until I don't, so don't hold that against me. Yes, Imai-san, that frankly douche, got into the taxi, haggled the price down, then still had money when he left. So that's not cool. And as I said, that whole talk about I'm gonna win the lottery and spend all my money on tickets instead of actually, you know, hustling is not a great word. Because if you don't have much wealth, you, without extreme luck, you can't really multiply it. So the millionaire dream without luck and, you know, exploitation is far, far away. So I guess that is kind of what he's best at doing. Still not paying Odokawa and then still having money to go buy lottery tickets. That with numbers that Odokawa gave him from the changing room photo. So yeah, that's not cool. But immediately after, which I really liked, the broadcasters actually got into the taxi and had a talk with Odokawa. And you know, Odokawa gave them some criticism about their comedy. And you know, for one, they talked about how the horse and the boar, I'm gonna call him that. The horse wasn't really frustrated by the possibility of him getting kicked out of the comedy group, while the Paul actually was just trying to rile him up because apparently that's when the horse person is funny. Which was true. It was funny, his reactions to being called out like that. But then, he gets the phone call that he's invited apparently to a breakfast or lunch TV show thing stuff. But apparently it's only him, right after they talked about him getting kicked out. So that was awkward. And apparently they have been a little bummed out when they left the taxi. And that's when it was the end of the episode and Dobu got into the taxi, putting up a gun on Odokawa, and I guess that's what we will find out in the next episode. So, yeah. If you wanna look a week into the future or watch full-length reaction videos, you can go to my Patreon. There are ranks to do exactly that or more, depending on how long it's been since this. Anyway, so let's see you on the next episode. Bye bye.